Welcome to the Edge of Greatness podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Edge of Greatness podcast. I'm your host, Charles Schultz, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about competition. I wanted to talk to you about competition in a different kind of way, because a lot of times when we think about competition, it's head-to-head, we have the same things, we're going for the same outcomes, and there's a winner and a loser. But I think of life as a competition. But in life, we don't always get the same tools. We don't always get the same things. And the person that we're competing with may have something that we need, or we may have something that they need. And we have to learn how to compete with those people to get to what we want and to achieve greatness. And the way I look at this is, imagine that we're having an art competition. Imagine that we are both painting a picture. And I only get 3 colors. 2 paint brushes, and maybe a straight edge to give myself a chance to draw a straight line. Whereas maybe you have 8 colors, but only 1 paintbrush, and you have to freehand everything. We're going to have different ways to get to our end game of painting this canvas into a piece of art that we want to display. But if I'm over here with my 3 colors and I'm looking at you going, man, you have 6, that's not fair. Do you think I'm going to paint a picture that's worthwhile? I think too often when we're competing, when we're going for things, when we're trying to achieve something hard, we look around us and we go, that person has more than me. That's not fair. Or that person started ahead of me. Maybe they started painting before you even got there. So they're halfway done. That doesn't matter. It's your canvas. And when you show up with a blank canvas, there has never been an artist that showed up with a blank canvas that was judged for that blank canvas. It's what they do with that canvas. Nobody walked into the Sistine Chapel and said, man, I don't know. We're only halfway there and I don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. It's what happens when we're done. It's what we create with what we have. And that's what pursuing greatness is about. It's not about what you have and what I have and what she has and what he has. That's not it. It's what do we do with what we have and how do we apply it to make the best picture we can? Can we become a masterful artist with just a few colors? Absolutely. Can we use those few colors to make more colors? If we're creative, if we think outside the box, who's to say that our primary colors can't become primary and secondary colors? You have everything you need at your disposal to achieve everything you want in this life. But what you do with those things and how you look at them is going to dictate that success. If you sit there and you ask yourself, why did I get stuck with only 1 brush and 2 colors and my canvas doesn't look as good as that person's canvas over there, or their utensils are better than mine, or they have more colors than me. Do you see how easily we can get distracted from the project and the tasks that we have to handle? I got that idea initially from listening to somebody talk, and I wish I could give them credit because it was a brilliant piece of communication that just stole me and made me dig deeper into this analogy. But he was talking about a cooking show, and on the show, there was a competition between 2 cooks, but they were given different ingredients and asked to make something with them. They weren't assigned a specific dish. They were just handed ingredients, said, make whatever you want. These are your tools. These are what you have. And he thought it was brilliant because it was such a metaphor for life. And I agree. I think that is life. I might be taller than you. You might be faster than me. She might be stronger than me. He might be smarter than you. But all of those things, whether we get them initially, can be grown, can be evolved, can be changed. I might have to work a little harder. And yeah, I might not ever be able to get taller. That's pretty set. But if I'm constantly looking at my height as a disadvantage instead of thinking of ways to use it for my advantage, then I'm going to find myself in a situation where I blame everyone for the lack of success that I have. And I think that's the biggest thing that we need to get away from. We need to own everything we do. We need to own what we have at our disposal and use the tools that we're given to paint a masterpiece. I hope we all go out and we turn our canvas into something special. But the only way to do that is to appreciate the tools that you're given and get to work on painting your picture. And at the end of the day, it might need to be redone. It might need to be tweaked. You might need to go over it again. Maybe you need to learn how to create new colors. Maybe you need to learn how to highlight certain features within the painting. Just because you paint one picture doesn't mean you can't grab a new canvas. Doesn't mean you can't start over. And I want us all to constantly take those paintings and do one better, and do one better, and do one better. That's where greatness starts. That's where greatness lies. It's not the first painting. It's the 100th painting. It's not the 100th painting. It's the 200th painting. And each time we take our blank canvas and we get to work and we start using the tools that we have, they become sharper. They become crisper. They become more efficient. And that, in turn, gives us a better painting and gives us a better target and gives us better success. So as you continue to work through the challenges that are in front of you and you're competing with a world that's trying to one-up you, don't look at what everyone else has. Don't get distracted by their tools. Don't get distracted by their ingredients, their colors, their paintbrushes, and all the other things that are at their disposal. Pay attention to what you have. Use the colors you have and do more with them. Because you have enough colors. You have enough tools. You can be great, but you have to use it. And if you're looking at everyone else saying, man, I wish I had their stuff, you're going to miss all the great things that are in front of you. So guys, keep going out there. Keep pushing yourself to the limits. Keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face. But remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.